My name is Sandy Hart, and I am the chair of the Lake County Board. And on behalf of our Lake County Board members, several of whom who are here today, we have Member Altenberg, Member Casbin, Member Clark, Member Main, Member Roberts, and Member Velitzik. We are thrilled to welcome you to the kickoff of Ride Lake County, our new countywide paratransit service. We are so excited that after many years of work, Ride Lake County has finally become a reality. Over 10 years ago, Lake County government and our partners began focusing on ways to provide a desperately needed single transportation option for seniors and people with disabilities that would be more user-friendly, where people don't need to take multiple buses to take them where they needed to go and to call multiple numbers to set up their transportation. The townships, in many cases in partnership with each other, did a great job providing transportation for the people who needed it, but they were limited by a lack of funding and the inherent difficulty in coordination. A young man in my district had to take multiple buses to get to work, and at least once it took him over 2 hours to get to work, and his mom would often worry that maybe he had missed the connection or her maybe even wandered off, and that something had gone wrong. So while they tried on several different occasions to make it work for them, they found that they just couldn't. And unfortunately, he had to quit that job that he loved, where he had made many friends and was proud of the work that he was doing, because he didn't have the transportation to get there. So obviously, we knew we needed to do something different. So Lake County conducted a market study to get ideas and suggestions on how that service could be improved. And we learned that the current patchwork of services was inefficient, time-consuming, confusing for the users and their families. It limited people to where they could go and when, and transportation requests needed to be made several days in advance. The townships had to work together to determine cost shares, and they had separate agreements with PACE and with each other, which added to the bureaucracy and the paperwork. But through the hard work of LCC TSC, our dedicated Lake County Department of Transportation employees, and with the cooperation of the townships and PACE, we now have a seamless, borderless, one-call system for all of Lake County, and in some cases beyond, and you can see that map right there. While there were once township boundaries for riders requiring them to switch buses and call different numbers if they wanted to travel outside of the area, Ride Lake County is borderless from one end of the county to the other and all the places in between. And that means grocery stores, doctor's appointments, church, and work. That study that we had done found that over 50% of the users were using the service to get to work. And instead of users becoming frustrated when trying to navigate multiple agencies and numbers to call, there is now only one phone number, simplifying the process and providing consistency in service. The old way had multiple services operating at different times and days, which created problems when a rider needed to coordinate between different services. Now, Ride Lake County will operate 6 to 6, 7 days a week, creating endless opportunities for the riders. And where people were once limited by their access to convenient and reliable transportation, this service will allow seniors and those with disabilities greater independence and the freedom to go where they want to go, not just for their day-to-day needs, but for other opportunities as well, like just to see a friend. The Lake County Board's mission is to deliver exceptional, financially and environmentally responsible services that promote a safe, affordable, healthy, and resilient community. Providing this critical transportation service is directly in line with our mission. I want to thank all of our partners, especially LCC TSC and our townships who helped bring this new countywide service to reality. And now it's my pleasure to introduce Rick Kwasniewski, PACE Chairman, who will provide additional information on Ride Lake County. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Chairperson Hart. Very glad to be here today in Lake County. I can honestly tell you, You guys took on a monumental task when you started putting this together, because obviously there's a lot of coordination, as all of you know, but it makes things so much better for our riders, and I think that's the key thing, that there's a lot of effort that gets put into it, but it's definitely well worth it. I'm thrilled to be here today to commemorate the launch of Ride and Lake. I know there's been a lot of effort, as I said, put into this over the years to bring forward this great project on this day. These efforts have resulted in better transportation options for those who we serve, and I applaud everyone involved. You'll hear from Director Soto next. I'll be introducing her shortly, who's been a strong leader on our board for Lake County and a big advocate for everything that happens up in Lake County. Service Lake Ride in Lake helps create an innovative, efficient, reliable mobility network that would not be possible without the great collaboration that you all have here in Lake County. Partnerships like this in Lake County are valued as essential to PACE's efforts to create safe, modern, and equitable transit system that's accessible to all. In addition to celebrating this launch today of this critical service, I'm pleased to present, on behalf of the PACE board, who approved this during our previous budget year, a partnership with Lake County of $200,000 transportation grant on top of the 15% increase of PACE's share of the Ride Lake funding for this year. So we'll be presenting that check to Chair Hart shortly. It's something that our board felt very strongly to do throughout our region since everyone has been impacted by the pandemic over the last couple of years, and we thought it would be a great way for Lake County, obviously, to be able to really launch this program with some dollars behind it. One thing I want to point out to you is this is of our newest version of our van service. It's called Van Go, and it's going to be something that's first launched here in Lake County. We're very excited about it. It's like Zipcar. It'll be at metro stations. You'll basically go there with a code, unlock the vehicle, and then you'll be able to take it to work and then bring it back. So it's an exciting launch. We're starting it here, and hopefully, if it works very well, it'll be throughout our entire region. Ironically, Melinda and I were just in Will County the other day with an opening in our Joliet Transit Center, and we were lucky enough to have the Secretary of Transportation, Pete Buttigieg, there, and we talked about a number of the programs, and we talked about this that we're launching in Lake County, and he was very excited because he said he hadn't heard that with transit agencies. So with that, I'm going to introduce Linda Soto, who is our Lake County representative on the PACE board, and she does a great job. Welcome, Linda.
Thank you, Chairman Kwasniewski. I echo Rick's gratitude to all of you on the partnerships and the hard work we've done together. I won't rattle off the list of names, but please know I thank each and every one of you. We're here today, of course, to celebrate the launch of Ride Lake County and the countywide Dial-A-Ride service. I know others have spoken and others will be speaking about the benefits that this program brings, but I would like to add personally how important this sort of integration is to making a system that is more efficient, more effective, and easier for our riders to understand and use. And the improved quality of life for our riders is just tremendous. In addition to the additional funding our chairman spoke about, we are also pleased to present a new, fully accessible 28-foot bus for the Ride Lake County program. This new bus boasts a variety of safety and technology features, including COVID-19 protection, like an operator barrier and onboard cameras. Now that this new and improved Dial-A-Ride service is running, our job is to spread the word, Let people know it's available, how easy it is to use. I'm counting on each and every one of you to help with that job. Let's get these people to work in a quick, efficient time, pleasant to use, safe to use, get them to school, get them to the doctor's office, and hey, maybe they'd like to just go out to dinner or to a movie, and they'll be able to do that. I would be remiss if I didn't mention our priority goal of zero emission by 2040. Getting cars off the road, reducing congestion, and being a good steward of the environment is very important to me and important to us at PACE. Lake County will be the first region of PACE to go to an all-electric fleet of our regular bus services out of the Waukegan garage. And so we will... We'll have our first electric vehicle next week at the Waukegan garage so we can begin operating and testing it on the road. And 20 more electric vehicles will arrive next spring. Lake County will be the first region, like I said, of PACE to go electric with its fleet. Simply using public transportation does help the environment, but we're going to go further and make sure all of our future vehicles use alternative zero-emission fuels to improve air quality and, again, improve the quality of life. At this time, I'm going to welcome Kathleen O'Connor, Chair of the Lake County Coordinated Transportation Service Committee. And I would have to say, I think while all of us has worked very hard, Kathleen has quite a history in making today happen. And we're very thankful to her and to the board members that are present. I have to give a shout out to Trustee Georgianne Duberstein from Haynesville, who I've worked with for many years and serves on LCCTSC. Kathleen?
Good afternoon. I'm Kathleen O'Connor, the supervisor for Libertyville Township. And I had the honor of serving for many years as the chair of the Lake County Coordinated Transportation Services Committee, affectionately known as LCCTSC, the acronym no one could ever actually say. I am so happy to be here, as today is an important reminder and a celebration of what is possible. The Lake County Coordinated Transportation Services Committee was created in response to an unmet need. It was a group of individuals representing public entities and non-for-profits and paratransit riders that shared the same vision. A desire for a borderless, coordinated paratransit system in Lake County for seniors and individuals with disabilities. They understood the implementation of their vision would require patience and perseverance. Paratransit is confusing, and it was particularly confusing in Lake County. They had the foresight to form a committee. They identified barriers and opportunities. They explored the possibility of pooling public resources. They emphasized the importance of forming partnerships. And they understood the need for actual data to increase awareness and to help public bodies make informed decisions. Through the efforts of LCCTSC, the Lake County Division of Transportation and PACE, public bodies, elected officials, and the public learned how significant the need was. The geographic limitations, the multiple fare structures, and the various service parameters had been a source of confusion and frustration for riders and their families. They explained and reminded us how over 50% of the rides provided were for employment. Their efforts created a clear picture of what was needed and why. Ride Lake County is a wonderful example on how partnerships can lead to a more efficient use of public dollars and how the streamlining of services benefits our entire community. For all those who served on LCCTSC, we always be grateful for your efforts and vision. And to the leadership of Lake County and PACE, thank you for making the dream a reality.
Good afternoon. So in closing, I'm Shane Schneider, the Director of Transportation for Lake County DOT. Like the other speakers today, I'm excited and grateful to be standing here to celebrate this significant transportation achievement along with the partnerships and the hard work that went into getting us here. I want to start out with a quick statistic about the new service. Lake County launched less than a week ago, and we already have almost 1,000 registered riders, and over 400 trips have already been taken. We are excited so many people are already taking advantage of the new service, and I would like to share a few of the details about how it operates. Lake County is a borderless, countywide service that can reach any destination in Lake County for work, shopping, medical appointments, and more. The service operates 7 days a week from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. and is available to seniors age 60 and older and those with ADA disabilities. This is a reservation-based service where riders schedule their trip with PACE, and the ADA accessible paratransit vehicles, like this one here, provide curb-to-curb service from the rider's desired pickup location to their drop-off destination. Funding for the service is provided by Lake County using the 0.25% sales tax for transportation funds, PACE Bus, and federal funds administered by the Regional Transportation Authority. We are grateful to our partners at PACE and the RTA for this collaboration of funding, which allows us to offer costs to the users for a rather modest charge. One-way rider costs follow a 3-tier schedule. Trips with distances of 0 to 5 miles cost $2. Trips between 5 and 10 miles cost $4, and trips of 10 miles or greater cost just $6. Trip reservations can be made as far as 7 days in advance or as little as 2 hours in advance. And prior to making their first reservation, users will need to register with PACE, and we're excited to say this can be done with a single phone number by calling PACE for both user registration and booking reservations for the service, which will greatly enhance the convenience of using the service. Lastly, I want to recognize and thank the many people who put in the effort over the last 15 years to help us get to this point. The Lake County Board, the PACE Board and staff, the members of LCC-TSC, including those on the Lake County West and Central Steering Committees, the members of the PACE Lead, or Paratransit Lead Agency Working Group, members of the Lake County DOT team, including Julie Sichanowski, Joe Surdum, Mike Clemens, and Kevin Carrier. I also want to recognize a few of our former LCDOT pioneers who helped lay the groundwork in getting transportation to this point, and a lot of them are here today. Bruce Christensen, Emily Carey, Ashley Lucas, and former DOT Director Paula Trigg. Thank you all. I would also like to extend a sincere thank you to Kathleen O'Connor, who dedicated so much time and effort as chair of LCC-TSC for the last 15 years. Kathleen has been an outstanding partner and a pleasure to work with, and we are happy to achieve this outcome together. Finally, I want to thank County Board Chair Hart and County Administrator Gary Gibson for your unwavering support and dedication in getting the countywide service across the finish line. And with that, I would like to invite Chase and our speakers up to officially mark the launch of Lake County with the ribbon cutting ceremony.